Hi, I'm Rogue Star, and I thought I might try something different with the news, combining several different types of news that I like, and that hopefully others will like as well. And as always, I will not be reading the entire article, so check the description for the links. So let's begin. First is from Wild Hunt, UN Environmental Assembly resolution to end plastic pollution. On March 2nd, delegates to the 5th United Nations Environmental Assembly voted to draft a legally binding international agreement to end plastic waste. That draft of an agreement would be ready to sign by 2024. The End Plastic Pollution Resolution addresses the full life cycle of plastic, which includes plastic production, design, and disposal. One thing is, you're not actually disposing of plastic, are you? You're just dumping it into a landfill. What's the deal with landfills anyway? That was the most terrible idea in the whole history of the world. Ugh. I mean, you do realize all the stuff, all the products that goes into the landfills has a tendency to biodegrade, which means every single material that went into the making of it seeps into the ground, and that's going to cause problems in the long run. Anyway, let's move on to the next article. Also by Wild Hunt, on Wild Hunt, I should say, new developments in understanding medieval Norse culture. The two new reports provide information about Norse culture. One report involves the latest find at, however you pronounce that word, I'm not even going to try it, an Iron Age Norse site. The other explores how climate change led to the demise of the Norse settlement in Greenland. Check the link in the description to read more. Third is also by Wild Hunt. I keep saying by, it's on Wild Hunt. It's Pagan Community Notes, week of March 14th, 2022. Edinburgh, Scotland. On International Women's Day last week, Nicole Sturgeon, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Scotland's first minister, issued a formal apology to victims of the Witchcraft Act of 1563. She outlined why she believes the apology was necessary to members of the Scottish Parliament. I want to read this and more articles. Check the link in the description. This one's on movieweb.com. CW pushes Babylon 5 reboot to 2023. Yes, you heard that right. Babylon 5 reboot. Holy crap. If you're a fan of Babylon 5, you know about this. And you also know that Babylon 5 was way ahead of its time. But it was good. Real good. I mean, it was so realistic looking. Check the link in the description to read more. True Blood reboot still in early stages. This is on monstercomplex.com. Oh crap. There's a True Blood series in the works, but HBO is taking its time. HBO's Casey Boyles told TV Line that a reboot of True Blood, presumably with an all-new cast, is in the works, but a long way from production. With so many fans of the original show itself, based on the beloved book series Southern Vampire Mysteries, from author Charlene Harris, they're likely taking it slowly to make sure everybody is happy. Well, either a reboot or spin-off. This is on heavy.com. Confirmed. Paramount is planning a new Star Trek Starfleet Academy television series. In December, we reported how one of the most popular stars of Star Trek Discovery left the show after an episode where she led a group of young cadets. In that post, we reported on the rumblings that Tilly might be the person with a new Starfleet Academy show could be built around. Now, thanks to reporting from Deadline, we know a little bit more about this show, which we won't call rumored anymore, thanks to an article written by Peter White, Dominic Padden, and Nili Anvarev. And I'm sorry I pronounced those names wrong. Fans know that the Starfleet Academy is definitely now in the works. Dang, all these Star Trek, Star Wars, and all these other shows that are coming out. It's a great time. This is from news18.com. NASA has hired a priest to prepare humans for aliens. Why do we need a priest to prepare for aliens? I mean, do you honestly that arrogant enough to think that we have ever been alone in this vastness of the universe? Do you know how big the universe is and you think we're alone? Really? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? Anyway, NASA has hired a priest to prepare human beings for alien encounters. According to a report in The Mirror, Reverend Dr. Andrew Davison, a British priest and theologist, said the prospect of finding life on another planet is becoming ever more real. Want to read more? Check the link in the description. This is on Llewellyn.com. 10 signs of unresolved past lives. Imagine you have been carrying a load for so long that you've gotten used to it. Unaware of the burden, you struggle along, fatigued, disenchanted, tripping over obstacles, and sometimes feeling like giving up altogether. When you finally realize you are encumbered with this burden, a great irony awaits you. The contents that you are carrying are no longer needed. And so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to read a few of these signs. Physical pain or discomfort, especially if persistent and with no obvious cause. Anger or negativity towards others, especially if it is strong and pervasive. Inescapable anxiety and depression. Phobias, especially with no current life cause. A pervasive sense of sadness. Deep fear of public speaking. Impulsive generosity. Feeling consistently disturbed over some situation. Powerful repetitive dreams. Feeling lost and filled with self-doubt. You want to read more? Check the link in the description. It's from express.co.uk. End of the world. Jerusalem Third Temple fulfills biblical prophecy of end times claims. Christian prophecies about the end of the world predict a third holy temple will be built in Jerusalem in the end of days. End of the world eschatology claims the third temple will rise before the biblical apocalypse. And forgive, just mispronounced that word, but anyway. Many Christian evangelists and preachers believe the third temple is also linked to the second coming of Jesus Christ. You want to read more? Check the link in the description. Also from express.co.uk, Hogwarts Legacy State of Play Stream Time New Gameplay and Silent Hill Update. If you own a PlayStation 5, then there are a couple of big game updates with your attention, worth your attention. First up is the next Sony State of Play event, which will focus exclusively on PlayStation release Hogwarts Legacy. Kicking off at 9 p.m. GMT UK time, the Sony State of Play event features an extended look at gameplay for the Harry Potter spin-off. You can watch the stream live by clicking play on the YouTube video, so on and so forth. If you go to this link, you'll be able to see it. And this right here, speaking of surprise announcements, heavily rumored PlayStation game Silent Hill has seemingly taken one step closer to becoming a reality. Which is a good thing because I like Silent Hill games. I'm looking forward to so many brand new games. Next, express.co.uk is where this is on. Bigfoot. 4 of the biggest claims about Bigfoot. How much do we really know? Not much at all. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the abominable snowman. How many of these walking apes are roaming the globe, and why has no one captured the beast on their iPhone yet? Here are 4 fascinating claims about Bigfoot, but you'll have to be a judge of whether they are fact or fiction. I believe Bigfoot's real. There are way too many eyewitness reports to be all fake. And of course, you haven't found them yet because you still think they're an animal, and they're not animals. Just because they look like apes does not make them an animal. Probably why you can't find anything. Okay, Bigfoot isn't one creature but a whole species, obviously. There are hundreds of Bigfoot sightings reported each year. This is what I'm talking about by so many eyewitness reports. Bigfoot or big feet are thought to stand around 7 to 10 feet tall. 2 men discovered a frozen Bigfoot in 2008. However, this is the official report. It's a frozen gorilla costume. Did you not see that it was flat? Was it just the costume, or was there somebody in the costume? Because it was just if it was just the costume, then how did you not know that it was just a costume? Because it's most likely just flat. Hello? Anyway, want to read more? Check the link in the description. And last article, express.co.uk. UK. Frick. Why have UFO sightings taken off so sharply? UFOs have been spotted since ancient times, probably before ancient times, because civilizations did exist before ancient times. I mean, there's so much archaeological proof of that. I mean, there are, like the Sphinx or even the pyramids have water damage. That means they were around before the Great Flood, or even when Egypt was tropical. Anyway, back to the article. One of the stranger pandemic phenomenon is that there have been an upsurge of interest in UFOs while the skies are largely emptied of normal air traffic. A fascination with unexplained aerial activity took off, heightened by the Pentagon's own X-Files. People have been interested in UFOs way before this. This is nothing new. The National UFO Reporting Center in the U.S. charted more than 6,000 sightings globally in 2019, up from the well below 4,000 in 2018, and that increased to more than 7,000 last year. You want to read more? Check the link in the description. But UFOs are not the only phenomenon that is going up. There's also the paranormal or supernatural, and I'm not talking about a TV show either. Those sightings are going up as well. inside sightings, encounters, whatever have you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and goodbye.